Hello YouTubers. I recently posted a video about a 2007 Ford Freestyle with a CVT transmission. We barely bought the thing. I don't think we even had a month and the transmission went in it. And so I was encouraging everyone to avoid buying vehicles with that transmission. Because if you take out the demand, then they won't build them. Anyway, I've decided there on the comments I've got, since there's at least one that's ridiculous in my opinion, and I'll explain that in a minute. I've decided to do a video response to comments rather than write stuff out. So I'm going to say the comments. Not all of them are bad. Anyway, Shotgun commented, I hope I said that right, commented, not a Ford fan. Okay. Not everyone's a Ford fan. Of course, he didn't specify why he's not a Ford fan. I don't know if he just doesn't like the style of Fords, or maybe had a bad experience with the Ford. Hopefully he doesn't think if he buys another brand he's not going to get a lemon, because that is a misguided thought. You know, people who are there are people out there who are brand loyal because they think the other brands suck. They have lemons. And of course some brands are worse than others overall, but I have owned, let's see if I can remember them all, DeSoto, Rambler, Ford, Chevy, Pontiac. I've owned a bunch of different cars and motorcycles, and every one of them has thousands of parts, and their obsolescence is built in. They're going to break, and some of them break early. And every company makes lemons, every one of them, including Ford. Now the reason I bought mostly Fords is because I turn my own wrenches much of the time, and I'm used to working on Fords. So they're familiar to me. But I've worked on Chevys and I've worked on Ramblers and other cars. In fact, the easiest water pump change I ever did was on my sister's Camaro. It was a 92 Chevy Camaro. That was so simple. I did the whole thing in like half an hour, completely from start to finish, and I didn't have to take hardly anything off. It was really easy. The worst one was on a Buick Century Lexus station wagon from 1974 that I owned. There must have been, it seemed like there was 15 accessories on there I had to unbolt, and different length screws, and you had to make sure each one went in the right hole, because the holes were all different lengths and different sizes as well. So anyway, so you cannot be, I don't know why you're not a Ford fan. I'm hoping it's not because you think that they're the only ones that make lemons, because they all make lemons, every one of them. And any of them that use CVT transmissions, those are junk. They're all garbage, especially the Nissan ones. You can look it up on the internet. There's a lot of information about those. For those of you who are not sure, CVT transmission, constant velocity transmission, or variable speed transmission, as some of them call it, is a transmission that has two pulleys that vary in size, and this belt that's made up of like 412 metal pieces. It's not a belt like a rubber belt. It's a belt made up of metal. It's more like a chain. And it's made to vary, you know, one pulley will be bigger, one will be smaller, and it'll vary back and forth, depends on your engine RPM and how much throttle you're giving it. The theory is to achieve better fuel economy and efficiency and so on. But from what I've seen, any gains in miles per gallon is marginal at best, and it's not worth the headache. And what happens is when that belt or chain breaks, there's shrapnel all through the transmission, and it's done. And no one wants to work on them. Mechanics don't want to fix them. You know, I have my pickup done at Ziegler's Transmission. It's the finest transmission shop I know of in the area. And it shifts like butter. I mean, they're just so smooth after they worked on it. But they wouldn't work on it. And you can't get the parts for a lot of them. So they quit manufacturing that particular one. But anyway, I covered that in the video. Okay, Alex Theus comment. Hope I'm saying this right. I might be butchering names. Alex Theus commented, "Sorry to hear, Zeke. Buying used can be risky regardless of brand when you don't know how the previous owner treated the vehicle. I've heard the same negatives on CVT transmissions. Keep your head up." It's a good comment. Okay, now let me find the other one. Oh yeah, right here. This is the comment that I think is ridiculous. And this proves to me that this really gets my goat. When somebody skims through a video, they don't watch the entire video. Either that or they have a terrible time comprehending what they just saw. And then they comment as though they know every word you said in the video. Because obviously they weren't paying attention. And I'll tell you why. The Hunter Vlog commented, "Ford, 2007, and you say $900? So there's no free cheese. No wonder you got what you paid for." Oh yeah? I don't believe I disclosed how much I paid for the vehicle. The $900 was just for the tires I put on it after I bought it. So pull your head out of your butt. Pay attention. If you're going to watch like 2 minutes of my video, don't bother. Watch the whole thing or don't bother. You know, it takes time for me to put these videos together and edit them. The editing takes the most time of all. Making getting the footage, I can just run the camera. But editing takes time. I have to take time out to do it. And when someone does this, it just really gets my goat. The $900 was for the brand new tires that I just put on it. I paid around $4,000 for a car that lasted not even a month, I don't think. So with the tires, that's almost $5,000. You think I got what I paid for? Really? You think $5,000 for a vehicle that's going to last maybe a month is a good deal? I've got some swampland available for sale for you in Death Valley if you're interested. Oh, by the way, as far as what I got, getting what I paid for, I wanted to tell you that the white Ford Taurus that you've seen in some of my hunting videos in the past, I used that for about 3 years, and I paid $300 for that car, I think it was. And then I had a Oldsmobile, that's right, a little Oldsmobile that I used for a while. Paid $150 for that car. That lasted a couple of years. And the Ford Taurus station wagon that we still drive sometimes when other stuff breaks down, I paid $150 for that. And we've had it for years. So, yeah. Just to put things in perspective, I don't think $5,000 for a month really cuts it. You have to excuse my rant, but some things really get to me. I really don't like it when someone doesn't pay attention, doesn't get all the information, and then they speak as if they know it all. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video I do will be, well, I have one in the can. It's not completed, and it's another off the subject one, but I will be doing another reload video, and I'm going to do some hunting videos because you guys deserve that. It's been a while since you got a good hunting video, so I'm going to put some of those together for you. So anyway, thanks for watching, and you people on Patreon that support me, thank you very much. It doesn't cost a lot of money for this. Well, what really costs is the gas money to go on hunting trips. But I mean, the editing doesn't cost a lot of money. It uses a lot of time, and but to do these videos, I have to go to the places to hunt, and that takes gas money. So it does get expensive sometimes. So I definitely appreciate the support on Patreon. You guys are awesome. And the rest of you, thanks for supporting me and sticking with me even when it's been a while between videos. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.